guys, it's Glenn from glenscarcollection.com, and we usually don't review SUVs, but this is not just any SUV. This is the Alfa Romeo Stelvio Quadrafolio. All right, guys, so the Alfa Romeo Stelvio Quadrafolio starts at just under 80,000, 79,795, somewhere in there. It's got a 2.9 liter twin turbo V6 producing 505 horsepower, 443 foot-pounds of torque, which is good for a 0 to 60 run of 3.6 seconds. Miles per hour, who cares, but 17 city, 24 highway, you'll probably average about 19. And we have an 8-speed ZF automatic. So let's take it for a ride. All right, it's a sunny day, so I'm going to put my shades on. And already I can feel some power and torque with this car, even at low speeds. Now, I'm used to sports cars, so I'm not used to sitting this high up. All right, so let's, since it's an 8-speed auto, these are really bumpy roads here, guys. Since it's an 8-speed auto, well, let's try it in automatic mode. And, but we will go in sports mode. Let's see. Up. So we're going to go with active dampers, sport mode, and let's give it a whirl. GoPro, start recording. All right, so let's see. First, we're going to start out with some tight turns. SUVs don't do that well on tight turns. Obviously, they're higher up, higher center of gravity. Now, these are really bumpy roads, so you will see some camera shake. I don't know that that's necessarily because we're in sport mode. So let's see how it goes into this tight turn here. And let's see what kind of body roll we get. There is some body roll and there is some understeer. All right. And we're gonna get to some switchbacks here. Oh wow, so the noise is good. The upshifts are pretty quick even in auto mode. I like being in the sport mode. It actually holds the gear for you. Oh wow, for an SUV it actually handles pretty good. Some tighter turns here. Oh, let's see. All right, so I felt the body roll there. It felt a little bit of understeer. It wasn't going exactly where I put it. Again, it's not a sports car, so does it handle great for an SUV? Yeah, absolutely. Is it a sports car? No. So if you're, if you want an M3 but you need an SUV, I don't know that this is the right choice. So it actually downshifted for me there. That was really good. We had some noise from the exhaust. A lot of body roll on these turns. There we go. It's keeping me at 5,000 RPM, so I can easily accelerate again. All right, guys, so now we're in race mode and we have to have manual shifter. The shift paddles are really big and they are actually to the column, unlike my GLA 45 that I had where it was on the steering wheel. The speedometer gets bigger in the center. You have a digital speedometer that gets larger when you are in this race mode. And this also takes off, it looks like, the traction and stability control. Now the downshifts are a lot better in this mode. It does a pretty good job. This does better than the BMW 850 as far as the transmission. It's still the 8-speed automatic, but here in race mode, the downshifts are almost as good as a dual clutch. If I told you this was a dual clutch, you would believe it. We got some traffic ahead. Not the best time to be in race mode. Got the new NSX behind that, so let's give it a little bit of a show. A lot of farts and burbles from the exhaust, and we did have really good acceleration pulling away from the NSX. It's a very stiff ride, so if you're looking for a comfortable SUV, this isn't it. But we're in race mode, so we're going to go all the way down to comfort mode. Now it's kind of like, I can feel it already. It's kind of subdued. You see there's less camera shake right now, so it is a softer suspension, which is good, which you can use on your commute. All right, guys, so we're going to do some acceleration. We're We're going to go in manual mode. Whoa, look at these bumps. See how bumpy this road was? All right, guys, so we're going to do some accelerations onto the highway here. We'll test out those brakes as we get off the highway. Wow. So it looked like there were upshift lights here when I was approaching red line. Steering feel is kind of vague, but most modern cars, so I don't think it's any worse or any better. I am very impressed with this transmission. I can see why they chose this instead of a dual clutch, because it is 90% of a dual clutch, and then you don't have the jerkiness in traffic. All right, so we're going to brake hard here. Wow. All right, you know, maybe I'm used to driving different cars, but I didn't think the brakes were that bad. I know a lot of people hated it. We'll have to see when we get into the next car, because maybe I've gotten used to it already. All right, let's accelerate here into the highway. Oh yeah, so those are shift lights. So your screen does turn yellow, and then it tells you to shift. I don't know why my voice got higher there. But yeah, so this car is fast. I wouldn't call it nimble. When you look on how this car looks, you're like, wow, that must be such a nimble SUV. It is not. If you want a nimble SUV, then get the GLA 45. That is a pretty nimble SUV. This is not. All right, so we're still in the race mode here. We're in the stiffest shock setting. So you can see these roads are not smooth to begin with, but you can see we are bouncing around here a lot. We're going to go through some switchbacks now and get off the highway, and we'll give it a nice go around. You know, when these depreciate to 40,000 used ones, I think we should all be driving Stelvio Quadrafolios. All right, so you can see the road actually got smoother, but we're still bouncing around here. It is a very jerky ride. To me, in race mode, and again, that's the stiffest setting. We're in the stiffest mode here with the shocks, no electronic nannies. It is stiffer than my GLA 45 was. All right. And so far, unlike the BMW 850, it's given me downshifts or upshifts whenever I wanted it. We're actually going to put in comfort mode now for the rest. We're going to drive in automatic for this last turn. And now you can see how sedate we've become. We have a much softer suspension and much smoother ride. So, you know, be honest with yourself. Is this how you're going to drive the car? Probably. You're probably not going to be driving it in race mode. And then the last thing I'll say here is, you know, the brakes are fine. Maybe I'm used to it already. So now the test will be when I go into another car and I don't have the brake by wire, but it didn't bother me. But maybe I've been driving the car long enough today that I'm already used to it. All right, screw it. We're going back into race mode. All right, so we're in race mode right now. Race mode, we don't want soft dampers. Okay, there we go. All right, so now we're going to do the manual shifting. I'm going to try to do the manual shifting. Yep. Very fast. 0 to 60. Now we are in the race mode, so all the electronic nannies are off. It is a much bouncier ride. All right, so we're going to downshift a couple gears here. Do a little bit of acceleration. So it can be two SUVs in one. It could be your family SUV, where you take the kids to school, sit in traffic, commute to work, and then you get on some back roads here, where the transmission is really, really good. I love this transmission. Definitely better than the BMW 850, at least in my experience driving the two cars. I don't know which video you'll see first, but all right. So now, yeah, the downshifts are nice and crisp, certainly in race mode here. Now we have a left lane driver, 65 mile an hour speed limit, going 46 in the left lane. Excellent. All right, so we're going to make a U-turn here. So let's see how the shifts are. The shifts are still pretty good, the downshifts. And now we're going to, this is really tight because it sends us into the left lane of the highway here. All right, so the next full throttle acceleration. All right, so that was pretty quick. That was really good acceleration there. If you like the higher up feeling of the SUV, I think you'll like this car. If you like sunroofs, you'll like this car. I think it sounds great. I think it looks good. Looks are subjective, so I try not to get into looks into my videos. GoPro, stop recording. Acceleration is great for an SUV, especially. It's fun to drive. It's a blast to drive. I just had a blast both on the highway and on the back roads. Downsides, the price, no stick available, but it's an SUV. I'm the only one that cares about that. You know, stiffer ride, obviously, if you go into the sportier modes. Understeer and body roll. So if you want an M3, but you really need an SUV for your family and your activities, this is not an M3. So when you compare it to other SUVs, it's great. When you compare it to other, to a sports car, it is not a sports car. So don't let them convince you that that this is a sports car. But if you want more than an SUV, I think this is an excellent choice. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, guys. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, the same name, Glenn's Car Collection, and I will see you next time.